I'm 22 and I've been working in kitchens as a chef for pretty much my entire working life. That's 5 years. And now I've decided to quit. For the entirety of the time I've been ambitious about food. I still want to open a restaurant, but working within a kitchen with other members of staff is just, it's not for me anymore. I started at Weatherspoons right at the bottom with pretty crap food. And as much as I think Weatherspoon is a great place to go and eat nowadays, working there with the ambition of food that I have wasn't acceptable. I had to do something harder. But when I put forward my ambition and really cared about food, working with people who always pushed me down was very difficult. Since I have such high aspirations and such high standards, when I got sort of, I don't know whether to put it as disrespect or underestimated, I found it very difficult. And of course, a lot of people will say, oh, just be more resilient, have more patience. Eventually, you'll get to a better position. But I don't want to see myself in 10 years being a sous chef or a head chef, still working for an owner or a company which is still going to tell me what to do. I can't accept that because I have my own standards, and when I'm working for other people's standards, it never quite feels the same. You understand what I mean? So I've got to a point now where I've fully had to quit being a chef because it's just taking a massive toll on me. And I still would have really liked to own my own restaurant, and I'm working very hard to put the pavement down to get to that point. But for now, I'm just kind of a bit lost. I've got no real job at the moment. I've tried jumping about different restaurants to find somewhere that I've really liked, and I thought recently that I had found somewhere that I love, but it turned out through the standards of the restaurant, it wasn't good enough for me. And ideally, one day, I am in a position where I can set my own standards. I still enjoy cooking. I come home every day and I cook a nice meal for my family, which takes about 2 to 3 hours every day because I'm so obsessive over everything being perfect. And if you watch some of my other videos, you will see how obsessive I am over every single little element. And of course, my style of cooking is minimalism. I like introducing as little as possible to get it as good as possible. And I really want to represent that in my own restaurant one day. One of the main reasons why I've quit chefing is because it seems like the better you get, the worse your jobs get. Both from the really obvious things like you work faster, you get more work, but also people expect more of you. And when you work really hard for people that don't seem to respect your time and your energy, it becomes really hard to keep outputting that same level of standard, and it becomes really stressful and draining. A lot of people will just deal with that, but for me, it just felt like I was getting mugged off. Every day when I used to come home from work, I'd ride home really trying to reset and mentally leave the workplace, but I just found myself every day feeling sick, and I would come home and be ready for my day off, but my whole days off used to feel like I was really sad and really stressed that I had to go back and cook all of this food on the clock and follow these recipes which weren't even that good. And it felt like my whole life revolved around this career, which I didn't even want a career out of. I just wanted the restaurant at the end of it. And I feel like I've dealt with all of the shit over the years because I've had so much curiosity and so much ambition to get better at cooking. But now I've got to a point where I'm pretty damn good at cooking, and there's no curiosity left in it for me to put all of the things I don't enjoy aside. And I really have no problem with working really bloody hard. There was times where I was working 70 hours a week. As long as I'm getting paid properly, I've got no issues with that. I'm working right now and I worked really hard when I come home from work, even though I felt sick from working at the restaurant. So working hard has never really been my problem. It's just been the type of work and what I had to put up with. That was what was really difficult for me. And there's definitely things I'm going to miss because I really do enjoy service and I really do enjoy cooking food. And I'm going to miss turning up and just trying new things and having decent conversations with some of the people I worked with. But I've really just got to leave that behind and try something new for the next few years just to get me by until I can afford to have my own restaurant. And I'm now in a really weird position where I'm 22, the age where a lot of people just start get moving, and I feel like I've already lived a life. But I'm also really scared and stressed because I've now got to jump into a whole new industry which I know nothing about and I've got no qualifications for. But I just know I can't be a chef anymore, and it's really hard. And I just wanted to say before I wrap this up that if any of you are really struggling with being a chef, it's not too big of a deal just to leave it behind and try something new. Because I haven't worked in a week now and I just feel I wake up at 8 in the morning and I feel amazing. And I understand a lot of you probably think, well, of course you feel good, you haven't worked, but I would have 2 weeks off for holiday and I would just feel sick the whole time because I know that I still have to go back and cook food. This isn't an industry where you have to be strong. It's an industry where you have to not have any self respect. Unless you're working in a perfect environment with great people, it's never that good.